Coach, Miami lost a series at Eastern Michigan 1-2 this past weekend. What did you think of Miami's play?
Yes, it was a tough series, and it's one in which we would want to have back, but obviously that's not something that we can do. And just reflecting on the weekend, and in particular games 1 and games 2, Eastern Michigan, they outscored us, they outhit us, which ultimately means we needed to be better in the circle on defense and on offense. But was happy to see the team bounce back in game 3. And when you look at the box score, we had 6 runs on 10 hits. They had 2 runs, one which was unearned, and we only gave up 3 hits on the day. So we were finally able to put all 3 together, which was great to see. And the one thing I was happy with the team on Saturday was just their attitude and their effort. And I know, I think everybody knows right now it's pretty obvious that we're struggling, but I really do feel like we can get things turned around, because I know that our kids are going to come out, they're going to continue to work hard, and as long as we continue to go out there and compete and play with the attitude and the effort level that they played with on Saturday, I truly do believe that we'll get this thing turned around.
You travel to Bowling Green for a midweek doubleheader this week. How does starting the game against Bowling Green last week, weather-wise, help you prepare to play them this week?
One of the craziest games, I guess technically it wasn't even a game, but that I've ever been a part. And, we started the game, we took the lead, ended up having to go on a rain delay, come back out and play, and then the game ends in the top of the 5th with us up 2-1 with 2 outs, and literally 1 out away from a potential win. And what we basically did was give each other a live scouting report on one another, which means that BG is going to go into the series as obviously we will too, more prepped for the series, and we both kind of have an idea of what to expect from each other. But the one thing that I do know, because of how that game went, because of even more so how the game ended, I know that our student athletes are going to be motivated and ready to take on BG on Wednesday. And, BG is kind of in the same boat that we're in, and they're struggling. So this series is going to be very important for both of us, and it's going to have a huge impact at the end of it. But again, I know that we'll be well prepped and ready to go come Wednesday.
Miami hosts Kent State for a 3-game series this upcoming weekend. What kind of play do you expect from Kent State's roster?
Great play. They're a very good team. They've traditionally been a great team. They, went to NCAAs last year because they won the MAC tournament. And I don't expect anything less than Kent State coming down here and giving us their best game. And looking at the statistics, the one thing that they're doing really well right now is they're swinging the bat well. They're hitting .309 as a team, which means they're hitting really well throughout the lineup, and they've got a couple of kids at the top who are swinging the bats really well. And one person in particular who we are well familiar with is Holly Spears, who's a senior this year. And as of last week, by batting average, she was statistically the best hitter in the country at hitting .520, and she's putting up some pretty incredible numbers. I don't know how much we're actually going to pitch to her because of how well she's doing, but she's definitely one person in the lineup that we're going to have to figure out a way to contain her, and with a couple of other kids in the lineup. But just looking just from a pitching standpoint, they lost their stud from last year and Ronnie Ladinas, and it's one of those series where I'm going to expect our offense to step up, because I truly believe the team that scores the most runs, I don't anticipate it being the lowest scoring series, but I feel that and I'm confident in our hitters that they can step up and hit Kent State's pitching. But again, I think it's gonna be a great series, and we'll be well prepped and ready to go.
This weekend is also Alumni Weekend.
Yes.
What does it mean to you as a coach and the Miami softball program as a whole to be able to have all of these former athletes back to visit?
Yeah, obviously a great thing. And anytime you can have your alum come back, it's awesome. But to have the group that's coming back to come back, and actually we're expecting to have the biggest turnout that we've ever had for Alumni Day. So we're excited, and especially because we're playing Kent State, it'll be great to have, more red and white in the stands cheering us on. But yeah, looking forward to seeing some players who I haven't seen in a couple of years, and we'll have kids who have not only played during the time that I've been here, but a lot of other players coming back from years past. So definitely excited that our alum are coming back this weekend, and just expect it to be a great weekend.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.